align with destiny. Continue to fight and press forward in your personal lives and careers. Remember that you are both the architect and engineer of your life's trajectory, never relinquishing controls of that to anyone. There is so much to be discovered in this world that we live in. Questions to be answered, fears to be overcome. Continue to invest and believe in yourself, and in the words of Napoleon Hill, organizations don't pay you for what you know, but rather for what you do or induce others to do. For those unfamiliar with Napoleon Hill, his book, Think and Grow Rich, has been the guiding source for many millionaires that have sprouted up over the last 75 years. Remember that as you start your new beginnings, always keep in mind, fear, like limitations, is often just an illusion. It comes from, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with a guy named Michael Jordan, that's what he said. Go create your path. If you don't like the one laid out for you, create another path. Keep going. Congratulations, and I salute you.
What inspired me to get into my field of study, I would say, was art. I started off as a graffiti artist, and an airbrush artist, and a tattoo artist. So all of these are, to me, plateaus or degrees to mature my artistry. But I believe it was just wanting to be better with my art, becoming a better artist, is what made me kind of pursue my career, just really falling in love with my skill set and falling in love with my instructors and my curriculum. Those things developed me and I believe brought me further down the line as an artist.
Well, I knew from when I was little, I've always loved art. I knew I wanted to do something in art, but as I got older, I started loving video games, and I always wanted to be playing them, and I just always admired the artwork and how everything looked super realistic, and I just realized, hey, I want to do this. I'm pretty good at art, so I put my love of computers and art together, and it brought me to game design.
Man, just being in love with fashion, being in love with being fresh. I wanted to make myself happy. So many times we jobs to make our families happy, to make our friends happy, but just to make myself happy. If I'm gonna do something for the rest of my life, I want to enjoy it. I want to be able to do it for free if I have to, because the passion is there. I love it that much. That's why I chose fashion, just because it makes me happy.
I like the editing, I like the planning, I like the shots, I like how everything comes together. So anything in gathering people, coming up with ideas, concepts, and bringing it all together and doing it visually, that seems intriguing and creative to keep going from my musical background.
Back in high school, I did a lot of photography, I was super into it, so I figured in college that'd be something that I want to pursue further, and it also led to a really appreciative look at film and such, so I wanted to incorporate my graphic design major.
I love that my teachers have the experience because they can reflect on that and they tell us about it, and we can actually, say, okay, I believe them, or this is advice that I'm going to keep and, use in the future in my industry and my career, because they've already been through this and it'll be helpful for me.
With the variation of teachers that I've encountered here at school, I'd say that it's allowed me to be a lot more diverse in my sense of how to interpret film. And having teachers in the video field as well as the graphic design field, they help me to understand how kind of the fine-tuning for film and video is done. So yeah, it helped consider, especially with my process.
Your hands-on approach with them, they know the industry already. They already know the standard how to get in the industry. They can teach you advanced ways, they'll teach you the basics, and then you can learn your own advanced ways from them.
I've accomplished a lot. I've been taking the time to view videos with other students, get along with other students as well as making character modeling that I've started doing with my own time, developing characters. And I've just been going at it, just doing the best I can with my abilities, and I keep learning new techniques, new skill sets, and it's just been a blast. I actually really enjoy the school.
So the essence of Sam Brown will be
WPT or Sanford Brown, there's still representation of where you're from. Whether it be, because it's your environment for it, whether it be 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, depending on your degree level, you're a product of your own environment. And it's your decision whether you want to make that environment proud or if you want to be stagnant. It's honestly all upon, that product on what they want to do with themselves.
Family, I could have easily would have attended this and then would have been bored and would have not came back. I would have gave up. But by me meeting everybody that is here and they kept pushing me, kept me going, it really motivated me to do more and do better.
I always thought I was the face of Sanford Brown, but what it stands for is community, helping everyone out, not leaving anyone behind. The professors and the students really, because we're basically like one family kid, and that's what school is, basically just a giant family at this point, and we all help each other, and that's really what defines this thing.
Just say an industry as a whole, we have a few different departments and we all interact with each other quite more effectively than I guess people would have thought when we first started out. And progress, I would say. Because game designers want to do video things and IP wants to do game things.
Don't ever give up on your dreams. They definitely come true if you fight for them. And don't ever forget where you come from and those who help you to get where you are right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very far and successful career for you, but more than anything, just don't forget where you come from and those who make a difference in your life.
Good morning. This year, the academic management team decided to forego selecting one faculty member as the 2015 Distinguished Faculty Member. With last September's announcement that Sanford Brown Chicago would be closing in 2017, I felt that this year we will honor all faculty members who inspired you, who were your mentors, motivators, educators, for all the graduates that are seated here today, and for all the graduates that went before you. I ask that the graduates now stand. Give a round of applause to all those faculty members. Sorry in your face.
Well, he was 2017.
So these faculty members helped you along in your journey, saw you face personal adversity, worked hard seeing you put that finishing touches on your garment, portfolio, or presentation as you race to the finish line. Thank you all. is that I do hope years from now that some of the graduates that are seated here will become that inspiring faculty member for future generations of BizCom students, fashion design, merchandising, computer forensics, and IT. Always remember where you came from, as Leo said, and continue on and continue the spirit that you brought to here today. Thank you.
As students, what characteristics do we look for in an ideal teacher? More than likely, our ideal teacher would be dedicated to their students, highly approachable, humorous, and a source of knowledge in their subject matter. Through our tally votes, we were able to select an individual that not only embodies our ideal characteristics, but provides us with even more. Brandy McGee. Come on up here.
Michael Kendall, a Chicago-born and raised comedy and theater producer, averages about 8 shows a year in Chicago and across the country. His shows have been featured on Telemundo, Univision, the TBS Just for Laughs Festival, People in Espanol, Broadway World, and the Chicago Tribune. Mike is very proud of 3 notable milestones in his career: serving on the Board of Governors for the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, which created the very first Latin Grammy Awards, being a concept contributor on 3 HBO Latino specials, and lastly, creating Comedians for Communities, which raises over $80,000 annually for local nonprofits. Mike is one of only a handful of Latinos to have trained in New York's Commercial Theater Institute. His public speaking credits include the Illinois Legislative Latino Caucus, the Federal Reserve, the University of Chicago School of Law, and the Illinois Institute of Technology. His recent documentary about the effects of violence on inner-city moms has been featured in Chicago Sun-Times, WGN-TV, The Red Eye, and recently aired on WTTW PBS. His commitment to the community is greatly valued and appreciated. Without further ado, I present our 2015 commencement speaker, Mike O'Kendall.
Good morning. I had a call yesterday and I had to remind the young lady that asked me to come speak. I said, can you please remind them that I am Puerto Rican and loud? Because it's 11 in the morning or 12 in the morning, I want to make sure that they know what loud is. Good morning. Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you, faculty. I am honored to be here. It is a pleasure to be here, and I must make this quick because I got to have the suit back in Marshalls by 1. So, I own 1 suit. This is it. All right. When you get your master's, you'll see the suit again. All right? But I'm really excited to be here, and one of the things that I like about graduations and going out and speaking is I love the looks on the families, on the moms and the dads and the grandmas and the cousins and the uncles. And so give yourselves a big round of applause. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Because this is your day as well. This is your day as well. I know that there are challenges throughout a 4-year or 2-year degree that come up, whether they are financial or getting around the system and making things happen for your kids or your grandkids. And you know, I want you to know that I'm 90% sure that they know that this degree belongs to you as well. So give yourselves another round of applause. My daughter is 23 years old and left school and is now back in school. And I found myself recently turning into my mom. Because I remember when I was younger, I don't know how many people in this room, I know the students don't, but back in the day there was a program in Chicago called the CETA program. It helped you with summer employment. My big thing was just making enough money to buy a pair of gym shoes. And I remember coming home with a $100 pair of gym shoes, and my mother said, you bought a $100 pair of gym shoes with the only money we had? I said, yeah. About 4 days later, I said, Ma, we're out of peanut butter. She said, well, eat the gym shoes. and that's true. And that's old school Puerto Rican mom right there, you know. About a week and a half ago, my daughter, who is doing well, earned a little bit of credit from me, and she went out and she bought some True Religion jeans. And that's when I got religion. Because I didn't know that True Religion jeans were $200 for fashion. You know what that is, right? And then 4 days later, 3 days later, her right rear tire went out in her car, and she called me. She said, Dad, my tire blew out. I said, well, put the jean on the tire then. Maybe that'll work. So I turned to my mother. William, who was in the video here, said exactly what I wanted to say. You will not shine in life unless you do exactly what it is you want to do. We have all gone into a place and done business with somebody, and you've looked at this person and you have said, that person does not want to be here. Okay. And that is because they are not shining at what they want to do. It is not what they want to do. And that's okay. We don't know that they're working at a restaurant to go to the next level, and that's quite possible. But have you ever gone to a restaurant and had somebody describe to you what's on the menu? And the way they describe the food, the way the server, the way he describes the food, the way he talks about how it's a peppercorn crusted 31-ounce T-bone steak, you know, and your mouth starts to water and you start to get, you know, and that person is describing that food with passion. And that person is shining and he's only selling a steak. And that's the kind of passion when I look at somebody who really is engaged in something that they really want to do. That's the kind of passion I hope to continue to have, and I hope that you have, because what's really cool about today is two things. Number one, today is a very important day for me. If you find me on Facebook, you'll see it. It's a very important day. Very important. I'm going to tell you why. When I was 11 years old, I was kicked out of the Museum of Science and Industry for talking too much. And 39 years later, I'm at the Museum of Science and Industry talking.
There is that irony.
The second reason it's very important is because I'm in the company of people who have made me, at my very own level, who I am. And here's what I mean by that. For everybody in here, with the exception of fashion, and that's no big deal, that's just because in comedy we don't have a fashion requirement. But the people who have made us, the graphic designers, the video folks, the animators, all of those people are responsible for who I am. My graphic designer who's been with me for 8 years, my work is seen throughout the United States. It has been seen on TV. My video people who put up my videos, I've got some really awesome news for you. My video, as of this morning, I got a phone call at 8 o'clock this morning. It's not a lot, but 600,000 views is a lot. It's a lot for a national video. And that is the result of hard work by somebody who had the passion to make sure that I shined through their work. Now here's the thing. I'm going to go off script for a second. I am incredibly discouraged always by toxic people. I read a long time ago that there are two types of people you're going to run into every day. Nurturing those that want to see you do it, those that are like, who cares? All right, you don't have money to get on the bus to go to school, sneak on the bus, you'll figure it out. And the toxic people who say, you don't have money to go to school to get on, don't worry, but just don't go. And I want to tell you that it is regular conversation nowadays to hear people say, well, you got a degree, it's no big deal, there's no work out there anyway. Get away from those people. There is work out there. And you know what? There is work out there. This is a degree. Coupled with who you are, coupled with your energy, coupled with your passion for what you have decided to do, it's out there. It's out there. Yes, you're not going to be able to walk into a place and say, I got my degree, let's go. When do I start? It doesn't work that way anymore. Those, my parents came from this country, from Puerto Rico, walked into a place, started making money. A lot of families like that can say this in this room, that you used to be able to walk into a place, $19, $20, $27 an hour, and off you went. It doesn't work that way anymore. You need the paper. You have the paper. There's nobody else like you in the city of Chicago right now at 12:33 p.m. that can say, I have it, I'm ready, I'm going out there Monday, I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I have been completely blessed, and here it is in a nutshell. When I started doing comedy shows 13, 14 years ago, I don't know if a lot of people in here remember Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, Freddie Prinze, his son's name is Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze, Chico and the Man, back in the day. I was 13 years old when my sister brought home that album. Freddie Prinze, live, here in Chicago, she brought home the album. I put the album on, and I kid you not. I said that morning, when I heard that, when I heard the stories he was telling about the Puerto Rican experience in America, I said, one day, I'm going to do that. And then, I didn't do anything. When I decided that I wanted to tell stories and put stories on stage, I had no idea that tonight, August 22nd, I have a show opening in Orlando, Florida. That next week, I have a show opening at the White Plains Performing Arts Center in New York City. That was not the intention, but here's what happened. When I started doing the comedy shows, I couldn't figure out a way to put Latinos in the seats, because Latinos, we really were not theater people for the most part. I did it anyway. 40 people, 60 people, 70 people, a year later 100 people, a year later 200 people were regulars in the shows. Last weekend, 10,000 people. I had to create my own experience. Here's what I mean by that. Do not let the talk about there's no work out there. Then find the work. And if you don't find the work, make the work. Make the work. Make the work. Forget the other designers who have come before you. You are the new designer. You're the designer who was here this morning. Forget the graphic artist that has come before you. You're the graphic artist this morning. And I want to tell you this little secret right here. Are you fascinated by social media? Are you fascinated by the internet? Are you fascinated by technology? Are you? Are you? It's only 20 years old. Think about it. True. It's only 20 years old. We have seen nothing, and you will do amazing things to contribute to that going forward. The next 20 years. I'm excited. I was kicked out of here 39 years ago. I am here today. I hope that I cross paths with you. I hope that I cross paths with you out there in production, in film, in technology. They have my card here. I am involved in the International Latino Film Festival, and I am involved in Latino Fashion Week. I don't know how I can help because I don't make films, and well, I've got to return to suit to Marshalls. That tells you about my fashion, but I am so honored to have been here. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless you. Go do it to it. That's it.
recognition for your support of Sanford Brown students, Sanford Brown College, Chicago. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Good afternoon. Each year, Sanford Brown College Chicago recognizes outstanding graduates for their accomplishments through induction into Alpha Beta Kappa National Honor Society. SBC has been a member since July 10, 1984, and hundreds of students have been officially honored. The Honor Society represents degree-granting institutions, junior colleges, senior colleges, and student-centered private career schools. Alpha Beta Kappa believes in the pursuit of truth and excellence in all fields and seeks to recognize institutions and individuals that have achieved and hold forth the promise of future growth and service. Alpha, the first letter of the Greek alphabet, stands for Athena, the goddess of wisdom and patroness of the arts, crafts, and sciences. She bespeaks the spirit of truth and is armed with the spear of lightning. Alpha also means the first of anything and is the name of the brightest star in a constellation. Beta represents Brastidas, a distinguished, sparking general who fought with courage and gave his life in the 4th century BCE. He planned, organized, and followed through in his cause. His life reminds us of our opportunity and duty to fight the good fight. Kappa, the 10th Greek letter, stands for kudos, meaning glory, credit, and praise. Accordingly, ABK means recognition and praise for those who have worked valiantly and successfully in one or more fields of applied arts and sciences. At SBC Chicago, the selection of our Alpha Beta Kappa honor students was based upon 4 things: excellence in the classroom, leadership and service, strong personal integrity, and good moral character. It is our pleasure to announce this year's recipients. As your name is called, please stand and proceed to the podium to receive your Alpha Beta Kappa award. For fashion design, Oluwadamina Ray. For graphic design, Kenny Perez. For merchandising management, Paulina Golkin.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Arena at the... Let's have another round of applause for our
I always find that interesting. Most of the top awards usually go to
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the presentation of the salutatorian and valedictorian.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Susan Wade, Lead Instructor of Merchandising Management. I'm very pleased to introduce our salutatorian, Paulina Golko.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kathy Prutsky. I'm the lead instructor for fashion design, and I'm pleased to introduce our valedictorian for 2015, Oluwadami. How's everybody doing? Everybody looking cute? Pretty good. Okay, good afternoon, friends, family, faculty, and staff. I am very honored to stand here before you as a representative for Sanford Brown College to address the graduating class of 2015. Sanford Brown has always been a place for people exactly like us. Yes, creative people. We're looking for a place to fully express themselves without any barriers. Sanford Brown has provided a platform with various resources to do exactly that. And it would not have been possible with our friends, family, faculty, and staff. We have all worked our little butts off, and now we are finally here. We constantly tell ourselves that through this long journey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Today, we are definitely at the end, and our lights are shining bright. We, the graduating class of 2015, thank you very much. These 4 years would not have been possible or the same without our friends. Great friends are the ones that wake you up early Monday mornings for your 8 a.m. classes. And we all know how hard Monday mornings are. I remember one time wearing 2 different pairs of socks to class because I was trying to make it on time. Trust me, I know we've all been there one way or the other. Having true friends has definitely made this process easier. I know we can all look at the person next to us and call them lifelong friends. We dedicated so much of our time being focused and determined, staying in school to the late hours of the night. I mean, if you're walking out the school with Dave, the security guy, you've definitely been in there way too long. Our support system did not only include our friends, but our families. They have been our backbone through this whole process. I remember being a freshman, and I would get this calls from my mother, all the way from Africa, to wake up and make it in class on time, where she even reminds me of my own schedule. She was like my own personal alarm clock. I would like to also use this moment to thank my father for giving me the opportunity to come to the United States to improve my knowledge, also while following my dreams. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. These 4 years would not have been made possible without our lovely teachers. We would have been a couple of airheads just walking through a building and coming out with like a big fat question mark on our faces, because we would be clueless. These people have been a rock and support, standing by us to the very end while making themselves readily available to us at all times. I would like to give special thanks to Kathy Krusky, Ron and Susan Wade, to Nova O'Gara, and I please encourage everyone to please stand up and give them a round of applause to this beautiful and handsome set of teachers. It's about that time we throw up our hats and some of us yell out, "Mama, we made it!" This is a new chapter in our lives. And for some of us, it has already started. Take every day as a new learning experience. Do not be afraid to try new things or go outside of the box with your ideas. Always be determined, focused, and be your own reminder of the goals you want to achieve in life. Do not let your circumstances or situation define you. For some of us, being here today already proves that our situation, we're not the product of our circumstances. I encourage you to not wait around for an opportunity, but rather grab them, no matter how small, because they could always lead to something bigger than we ever imagined. For those of us who end up exactly where we want to be, where we've always dreamt about being since we were yay big, do not doubt yourself for 1 second. Always remind yourself that you do deserve to be there. Endeavor to not get comfortable and always think about the next step. Stay true to yourself and always fight for what you truly believe in. Class of 2015, it has been a pleasure and an amazing privilege. Remember that this is a new beginning of a great story, and we get to decide how it's read. Thank you very much. Graduates, please stand.
Wait, they don't announce me.
They had on black. I made my picture. See him.
Nikki Scott. Michael Williams.
Yeah, first time graduated, got 2 more to go. Yeah, 1 down, 2 more to go. Yeah, so we're gonna take it long, we're gonna take this to go. Very well,
And for fashion design,
she didn't get it.
Oluwa Damilo Adenaike. Jashanta Barlow. Rowan Fair. José Leandro Eugene Muller. Maricruz Hernandez. Bárbara Oliva. Jeanette Rodriguez. Jessica Santos. Sir William Bernard.
I'm recording this, trying to take a picture too. It's hard. I need to zoom it. There we go.
Further candidates for merchandising management.
Darn it, just went out of range.
Michael Bautista.
Probably. That's
LaShondra Johnson.
She's the one who made the comment yesterday. She said, yeah, 1 down, 2 more to go, huh? Well.
Joanna Deja. Jasmine Dunn.
So emotional.
Davida Edwards. Taylor Floyd. Goko. Veronica Enriquez.
They down. Did you see Grandma?
LaQuanta L. Lewis.
What you got?
James Lewis. Erica Reynolds. Christina Minor.
Oh wow. Ain't heard that since the 90s.
Hope Newsom.
Hold on.
Nikita Owens. Siobhan Perry.
Okay, but you don't squeeze it. Here.
Andrea Coro.
You getting it? Don't waste it.
Melina Ravisa Winkler. Shanice Roberts. Gabriel Robinson. Tatiana Wade.
Glad he didn't go to like a big university. We'd be here all day. Your battery would die.
That's my baby!
Candidates for visual communication. Ryan Anderson. Luis Basanes. Eric Bosby. Tade Gator. Joseph Galvano. Daniel Murray.
it.
All right.
Sylvester
Made it.
That's all that matters. Now I can shut the camera off.